Welcome to Electrified. It's your host, Dylan Loomis. So first up today, I want to answer the question from yesterday. Would I spend $12,000 on Tesla stock right now or on FSD? So a simple explanation of how I would think through this, including my personal preferences. First up, investing $12,000 in Tesla stock, I'm expecting 25% returns per year in Tesla over the next 5 years. Where do I get that? Well, Tesla's beta is over 2. All that means is that if the market moves 5%, Tesla will move 10%. So let's say the market does 10% a year over the next 5 years, doubling that would be 20, plus an extra 5% because I think Tesla will outperform. This would take a $12,000 Tesla investment to $36,200 in 5 years. Now compare that to $12,000 into FSD. Now, I would enjoy the technology and having it and being able to keep up with the progress. However, I actually really enjoy driving and I really don't do it that often. Even if robotaxis become viable in the next 5 years, I personally wouldn't be using my Tesla to pick up strangers, just a personal preference. Now, sure, this could change if a fleet made financial sense and I could use non-personal vehicles for a robotaxi service. However, this comes with a whole host of new costs, insurance, extra wear and tear, more charging, etc. Also, at the 5-year mark investing in Tesla, I would actually have $36,000 liquid that I could sell those shares and use for something else. Compare that to investing $12,000 into FSD, and any actual value there would actually need to be realized, aka revenue from an actual taxi service or however you're deploying your FSD. And once again, given regulations, extra costs, all of the uncertainty, my personal preferences, the upside of Tesla stock, less work going into it, it would be a fairly easy choice for me to invest $12,000 into Tesla stock. Next up, we found this video that is presumably actually made by Tesla showing some people in Ukraine how to actually use the Starlink and the Powerwall, how to pair it up with solar panels to get it up and running basically out of the box plug and play. It's actually a very easy tutorial to follow, but I just wanted to highlight the beautiful things that Tesla is doing to go above and beyond to help people in need. It's being assumed that there is a team of people at Giga Berlin that is packaging the Starlink and these Powerwalls. And they said, quote, "On top of this, the energy team supplemented the Starlink rollout with a fleet of Powerwalls. The system includes PV inverters given by installer network, pre-made DC cables given by a supercharger installation partner, and AC cables made out of scrap from Giga Berlin. All of it is assembled by a team of 40 plus volunteers from across the EMEA organization committed to doing what they can to support." And I wanted to share this because this is just part of what makes Tesla a one of one and a unique unicorn of a company. Not just the manufacturing prowess, the innovation, the absurd margins or financials, the massive addressable market, all of that stuff and those reasons why we love Tesla, but being led by Elon, who is sticking his neck out to do the right thing, allocating time and resources to help those in their greatest time of need. It really is incredible to me to watch this all unfold, and it's a big part of why I sleep like a baby at night, no matter what's going on with the markets and Tesla stock, because I can feel great about supporting a company that is doing things like this. Interesting data point from Troy Teslike, Tesla's order backlog at Giga Shanghai is now almost the same at Fremont, and we know how fast Giga Shanghai has been ramping. These numbers are calculated based on the wait times for new orders and the current production rate for each model and trim level, and he shared this chart. So as of today, the Fremont factory backlog is 4.69 months and Shanghai is 4.5. So up here in the red, very quickly approaching the backlog at Fremont. And this right here just emphasizes that this truly is a busted growth story. Here we get some very frustrating news out of Connecticut, as there was supposed to be a new service center being opened. However, some ICE dealers now are shutting that down. The worst part here though is the comments from these ICE dealers. Listen to all of this. So the permit has been revoked for that planned Tesla service center. Who filed this and who is behind this? Well, it's the East Hartford-based Hoffman Auto Group, the ones opposing this Tesla service center. Listen to what Hoffman is saying in this lawsuit. The approval for the service center was wrongfully obtained, and Connecticut law doesn't allow manufacturers to sell cars directly in Connecticut. The Hoffman family of 10 auto dealerships, along with more than 250 other dealers statewide, remain committed to defending this state's pro-consumer franchise system, which fosters healthy competition on a level playing field and will continue to resist global manufacturers from illegally entering our state in a way that would deprive local consumers of many of the protections they currently enjoy. And it's comments like this for me that are just disgusting to read. I mean, how can you argue in good faith that a move like this to ban competition is in some way fostering healthy competition? It's completely opposite of what's really going on here. And then further than that, to actually argue that dealerships protect the consumer and that these consumers are going to be lost and helpless without the help of the dealers is completely absurd to anybody that's ever stepped foot in an auto dealership. And to place the cherry on top, Hoffman said customers will suffer if they don't have a dealer to turn to when they encounter problems with their vehicle. Honestly, give me a break with all of that. However, it should come as no surprise, these dealers will not go down without swinging. To that point, from the Wall Street Journal, this topic is expected to be a focal point at the National Automobile Dealers Association's annual meeting in Las Vegas this weekend. And most attorneys right now are saying that by law, these auto manufacturers cannot dictate the final price that the dealer will eventually charge to the customers. So this will become a battle of epic proportions as there are thousands of different dealers across the country, and we already have some of these automakers moving to get away and to get out of the stranglehold of these dealer networks. We have Ford looking to shift to digital-only orders with no haggling on the price, and they're looking to only use dealers to actually distribute the vehicles that are already purchased. GM is looking to do something similar with the Hummer, and they already had that buyout deal with Cadillac, as many of the dealers didn't want to pay the $200,000 to upgrade the dealers to actually sell EVs. And we have Stellantis looking to go to a direct sales approach. So very clearly the writing is all over the wall and the dealers can now see it. Moves are being made by the main automakers. So over the next few years, it's going to be rather disgusting watching these dealers fight tooth and nail to their very last breath. However, this is where we're going. I did watch the newest Lucid Tech Talk video and I actually really enjoyed it. I did go through and take some notes. I'm not going to read through them. Go ahead and pause the screen or take a screenshot if you want to read through on your own. It is a little bit technical. However, I wanted to share some of my takeaways from watching this video. So first of all, Peter is actually a pretty good teacher. You can tell that he really understands what he's talking about. This isn't some scripted presentation by a non-engineer memorizing data with no understanding of what's being said. It's also a great reminder that Lucid does indeed have some great technology and innovation, although yes, it remains to be seen if they can produce EVs profitably. One example of this innovation though is that it's using bottom or end cooling for its battery modules, which is what Tesla is likely moving to with its new 4680 structural packs. Peter explained how it's very difficult to do side cooling to get consistent contact with each cell, which is what Tesla has been doing to date. With the new 4680 and the tablet structure, however, it offers a great cooling path out of the end of the cells, which should mean Tesla is going to move away from the snake cooling concept and actually be incorporating a version of what Lucid is already doing with the Lucid Air. And I hope that Lucid continues producing these tech talks because this is something that I've wanted Tesla to do for a long time, actually teach people the fundamentals and the basics of EVs to give them more confidence in the technology moving forward. Here we have a pretty big win toward autonomous driving as the US and NHTSA have eliminated human control requirements for autonomous vehicles. And it's coming from an unsuspected company that is actually behind this change. It's GM. But regulators on Thursday issued final rules eliminating the need for automated vehicle manufacturers to equip fully autonomous vehicles with manual driving controls. Previously, these manual driving controls were needed for crash testing requirements. However, GM and Cruise petitioned NHTSA for permission to build and deploy a self-driving vehicle without human controls like steering wheels or brake pedals. However, NHTSA did say manufacturers may still need to petition NHTSA for an exemption to sell their ADS or automated driving system equipped vehicles. Here we have Tesla winning 3 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book. KBB bases its brand image awards on the opinions of more than 12,000 in-market new vehicle shoppers, essentially saying that it's for companies who generate buzz and excitement when shopping for new vehicles. Tesla has now won this award in the luxury segment for 3 years in a row. So what awards did Tesla win? Well, Best Overall Luxury Brand, Best Value Luxury Brand, and Most Refined Luxury Brand. And I listened to the Rivian earnings call, so you don't have to. Quick takeaways. They are transitioning to a standard pack using LFP chemistry, which will launch in the first commercial vehicle this year, and then into consumer vehicles late in 2023. They're expecting 260 miles of range with this new chemistry. They are co-investing with cell suppliers for battery development, and they're developing in-house chemistries and production, but this LFP version is going to be sourced from a cell supplier, an unnamed partner. Rivian will announce a new COO next week. They have doubled their weekly production rate from Q4 of 2021. Right now it's sitting around 156 vehicles per week so far in Q1. Battery modules, they have 2 lines, are no longer a constraint for production. However, it is still very supply constrained. RJ said that the EDV or the Amazon delivery van's production ramp, it should be considerable during Q2. Rivian is developing an 800 volt architecture that will be for dual and quad motor variants. This will have bi-directional charging. Rivian also has a heat pump thermal system in development. Rivian lost $2.46 billion in Q4 2021, and they did have some one-time items like stock-based compensation. Rivian ended the year with $18.4 billion of cash on hand, so if we assume a $2 billion burn rate per quarter, or $8 billion per year, Rivian only has about 2 years of runway, so they might be getting to the point where they need to raise some money over the next few years. Rivian is estimating vehicle production this year of 25,000. However, RJ said it could be over 50,000 if not for supplier constraints. And Rivian is expected to spend $2.6 billion on CapEx this year. And guys, I have to say, this video right here featuring Jason Cammisa, who is a very well-respected automotive figure, is one of the best edited videos I have seen in recent memory. I mean, truly just a pleasure and a joy to watch. Maybe I just appreciate it because I know what it takes to edit a good video. However, it will be linked below and I highly encourage watching it. It's not just about the Lucid, I talk about the Plaid, and I just want to play you a quick clip to give you a preview of what you're getting.
Heroic. A whiff of understeer on the way in, some rotation mid-corner, and then beautiful, artistic, power oversteer worthy of slow motion video.
Once again though, a very important point about the Lucid Air, Jason was blown away by the track performance and loved driving the vehicle. So this is a really good car and fingers crossed that they can make this work long term. And it's Friday, so let's have a quick look at the market. As you can see, sustainable energy watch list, everything is in red. Li Auto down almost 15, Xpeng down double digits, Tesla right now down 4% on the day, trading right around $800, and the NASDAQ down about 0.8 on the day. So for Tesla stock, so far this week, down $53 per share or about 6.3%. And zooming out a bit, remember TA is not gospel, it's just something fun to look at. So Tesla stock price rode the 200-day moving average from May 12th for about 4 or 5 months. Over that time, yes, it appreciated 25%. However, the point here is that patience will be required, as back here there was not the threat of World War III and a lot of the other challenges that come along with that. So obviously I don't have a crystal ball, but it's fun to make predictions and guesses. So if I had to do that, I would say that for the next few months, we might have some sideways in a very choppy market until we get some clarity for the macro space. And I do expect Tesla to have one of these type of runs. I don't know if it's going to be in the back half of this year. If I had to bet, I'd say maybe beginning half of 2023. Either way though, it doesn't really matter because all I'm personally focused on is accumulating as much Tesla right now as I can. And for whatever this may be worth, just to show you, Rivian is down almost 80% from its all-time highs, and Lucid is down about 65% from its all-time highs, and I am still not putting a dollar into either company. It's not because they're bad companies, it's just because Tesla is that good, in my opinion. But that'll do it for today. Please take a second to like the video if you did. Hope you guys have a wonderful and a safe weekend, and a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters.